NSFAS has stopped communicating with students via SMS with immediate effect, and this is due to fraudulent activities. The scheme says that instead students should use the NSFAS online self-service portal to view application status or any other information related to funding. NSFAS says that in a statement that over the past 2 weeks, first-time, returning and continuing students have been targeted in phishing emails and text messages. Well, joining us now is Kagiso Mamabulo from NSFAS, and they join us now from our studios in Pretoria. Thanks very much for joining us. First of all, tell us what this scam is.
Oh, thank you very much for inviting us. I think firstly, we want to congratulate the class of 2018 that has passed very well, and I think as NSFAS we are ready to actually ensure that we assist them as they approach university and TVET colleges to apply. And indeed, our message comes at the right time, where we have experienced a lot of fake SMSs, or what you call fake news, fake emails. One of the emails that have been doing rounds tells students that applications will be opening, and therefore students must go to the NYDA offices and try to apply, or to click a link on which they should put in their personal details. And that is completely wrong. It's a lie. It's fake. And also the SMSs that goes around to say NSFAS applications will be reopened in January. And it's all over social media and so forth. So these are some of the examples of phishing emails and SMSs that goes around trying to collude students to enter their personal details in a website which we don't know its origin. And we are quite concerned as NSFAS, and we are calling upon all our applicants and prospective students to actually watch out. And that's why this decision was taken by the NSFAS management to say we have an efficient, well and effective self-service portal on which students can actually get the latest and real-time information regarding their funding status.
All right, so the first thing is, if they get an SMS purporting to come from NSFAS, they must just ignore completely. How are you going to communicate with students then?
You know, you would recall that an SMS is an additional tool of communication with our students. Emails are still going out that are official, that come from NSFAS, and also the self-service portal. A student can log in at any time and find their details, not only their funding status, but on our website a student can find a personalized message. A student can find their own bursary agreement form to sign if it's ready to sign, and a student can also look at their allowances, balances, and how their spending patterns are as far as money for food, for accommodation and transport. So it is actually a hub which is built to actually accommodate for students' needs and communication. In addition to that, we are improving our contact center to handle a lot of outbound calls. Instead of receiving calls from students, we will be making contact with students. For example, from today, NSFAS will be calling those students that have been unsuccessful with their applications. We will explain to them over the phone why they are unsuccessful, and also the reasons and the documents that are required to be submitted if their unsuccessful status needs to be reviewed. We also have Twitter and Facebook official platforms that we will communicate with, and also we're going to use university communications department and TVET college communications department, where message that is targeted to institutions will via the university communications department.
All right, so the self-service portal seems to be the first port of call that all students should engage with. But when they do receive emails, how can they tell the difference between what's real and what isn't? What sort of questions will you never ask them, for example?
We will never ask our students to share their NSFAS username and password. We will never ask the students to share with us their OTP, because in order to log in on your NSFAS self-service portal, there's a real-time OTP pin which is sent to your cell phone number. We'll never ask the students to give us their voucher number, because voucher number carries information as the amount of money to disperse, and if students give such an amount, number, they might see the amount allocated for books and food being spent by these fraudsters.
All right. Have you been able to ascertain why these people are fishing for this information? Has anything happened to anybody's, any student's personal details so far, or is it still unfolding?
So at the moment, this year, with regard to applicants, we haven't received any data integrity breach, and we're still investigating to see the extent of this. But I think as a precaution, it was important management to take a decision that with immediate effect, there shouldn't be any SMS that goes out. And I think one of the reasons is that you would recall NSFAS received 400,000 applications this year. And of those, 200,000 has been successful. So we believe that 200,000 students are happy now. Now to be receiving an SMS that says they are unsuccessful, they need to be filling in additional information in order for them to be assessed, can be very catastrophic and very dangerous, especially for students that depend on NSFAS for funding. So we are doing further investigation in this regard.
All right, and perhaps again, just to reiterate and give some kind of assurance to students, the self-service portal is the first place they should start, and on there they can check the status of their applications, and you'll also be following up with calls to individuals about why they may not have been successful, additional documents that might be required, and that kind of thing. But the self-service portal is where they should start.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the second most critical point as well is the communication that comes from the universities and colleges, because universities and college management have got also the responsibility of communicating to our students, and their platforms that is official will be used as well to reach out to our students.
All right, Mr. Mamabolo, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.